Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, 1 year ago this week, the administration agreed to a catastrophic nuclear deal with Iran, a deal that was eventually rejected by Congress in a bipartisan vote. Despite negotiating from what should have been a position of strength, the Obama administration has gone out of its way to appease Iran. And even more disturbing, the administration admitted that it used a false narrative to sell the nuclear deal to journalists and ultimately to the American public. As if the deal wasn't bad enough, the administration has made it a point to make concession after concession in order to keep Iran happy. The President tells us that Iran is honoring the deal, but German intelligence tells us they are not. We were promised snapback sanctions, but the Secretary of State and the Secretary of the Treasury have been flying around Europe, promoting Iran, while trying to find creative ways to give Iran access to the U.S. dollar. Lately, it seems that our cabinet secretaries are acting more like ambassadors at large for the Iranian Chamber of Commerce than secretaries of the Treasury and Secretary of State. We were told this deal wasn't about normalizing relations with Iran, but the administration reportedly is weighing whether to back Iran's bid to join the World Trade Organization. Rather than just adhere to the deal, we're going above and beyond. We're using taxpayer dollars to buy heavy water from Iran and indirectly aiding Iran's nefarious destabilizing activities in the region. The administration claimed they understood the concerns of our ally Israel, but Iran violated a U.S. resolution by firing a ballistic missile that said Israel must be wiped off the face of the earth. Mr. Speaker, the administration assured us that they were going to push back on Iran's destabilizing activities and human rights concerns, but 12 months later, it seems like we've only empowered them. If the administration won't hold Iran accountable, then the responsibility falls on the People's House.
I yield the gentleman an additional minute. The gentleman from
is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The responsibility falls on the People's House. I urge my colleagues to support the Iran-related measures on the floor this week. The ranking member a few minutes ago made a point of suggesting that there's no chance that the President would sign this bill and that we're wasting our time by debating it here today. It's incumbent on us to call out the shortcomings on this deal. It's incumbent on the House and the members of the House to point out when Iran has violated the deal. And as I said frequently during the debate, you cannot do a good deal with a bad guy. I yield back.